Cardano, created by one of the loudest and most well-known figureheads in the crypto space, Charles Hoskinson, is still a top 10 project after being out for many years. But does it actually still deserve that place in 2024? So far, the spotlight has been taken by other layer 1s and layer 2s such as Solana. And if we're honest, Cardano has been lagging behind a bit, both in price and its ecosystem. It started 2022 at a healthy number 6 in market cap, but is now on the edge of the top 10. In this video, I'm going to get to the bottom of what exactly Cardano is in 2024 and whether or not I think it's worth to hold Cardano. Let's get into it. This video is not financial advice. Read disclaimers on the screen. Firstly, what exactly is Cardano? Cardano is a proof of stake layer 1 smart contract platform aiming to compete with Ethereum. And interestingly, it was founded by Charles Hoskinson, who was actually one of the co-founders of Ethereum and was then developed by a company called Input Output Hong Kong. Its philosophy is rooted in a scientific methodology, leveraging peer-reviewed research to inform its design. This means that new features being added to Cardano happen very slowly, as the team needs to do things like formal proofs and just in general think very deeply about those new features. Cardano operates using the Ouroboros consensus algorithm, which is a proof of stake model. This algorithm is unique in its academic peer review and is designed to be energy efficient whilst maintaining robust security. Cardano's proof of stake model is divided into epochs and slots, where slot leaders are selected to validate and create blocks every single epoch. Participants then earn ADA, Cardano's native cryptocurrency, for participating in the proof of stake process. In 2021, Cardano introduced smart contracts allowing for the creation of decentralized applications. However, it works a little bit differently on Cardano compared to other blockchains. You can basically only build applications using these programming languages, with the biggest and most well-known one being Plutus. But as a whole, these are pretty niche languages, and this could come across as a pretty big annoyance to developers that do wish to build on Cardano. However, there is a plus to using these specific languages, which is that the team claim that these languages are more formally verifiable, meaning you can build more secure applications using these languages than you can on other languages like Solidity, which is what Ethereum uses. The Cardano roadmap can be split into 5 main parts. We have Byron, which is just a foundational chain getting built, which is completed. We have Shelly, which focuses on decentralization, which in my opinion for the most part has been completed. We have Gogan, which focuses on implementing smart contracts, which also has been completed. And then we have Basho, which focuses on scaling, and Voltaire, which focuses on governance. We are very close to Voltaire/governance being a reality on Cardano. In fact, the next major hard fork on Cardano, which is scheduled for I believe Q2 of this year, will include this Cardano improvement proposal 1694, which will be an on-chain decentralized governance mechanism. But honestly, there's no real narrative in crypto around governance. The real narrative is around scaling, which from what I can gather, there is still no set date as to when Cardano will be fully scalable. So that's basically what Cardano is from a high level perspective in 2024, but does it deserve its place in the top 10 still? Well, let's actually start comparing some key metrics to Cardano's main competitors. If you want some more money to invest into altcoins to farm airdrops, Bybit is trying to give you $30,000. I'm not joking. Click this link in the description down below. You land on this page where you can make an account and also see how exactly to claim up to 30,000. Bybit is also the second largest crypto exchange and my personal favorite. Firstly, when it comes to scaling, at the moment in 2024, Cardano, according to third-party testers, can only handle 2 transactions per second, so it is not very scalable and is in fact probably the least scalable chain on this comparison chart. Now, when it comes to block times, Cardano produces a new block every 20 seconds, which is longer than the Ethereum layer 1, and I did do some test transactions on DeFi applications, and I'd say it takes about double the time as you'd expect on Ethereum to make a transaction. The finality though is at 10 to 60 minutes. And this in general is just a big worry for me. Is Cardano moving too slowly when it comes to solving their scaling issues? It's 2024. I believe the masses are around the corner when it comes to crypto. A new bull market could also be around the corner. So if your chain can't handle all of that usage, could your chain end up falling behind this coming bull run? Even Ethereum has realized this, and they have officially pushed out a big scaling update, EIP 4844, which allows Ethereum layer 2s to scale to 500 transactions per second. Now, there's no exact date as to when Cardano will be fully scalable, so it could take quite a while for that to be a reality. Now, we have seen some promising developments. In May of 2023, the Hydra protocol was actually launched, but this to me seems more of like an open beta. It's not actually used by the Cardano DeFi applications. Now, let's move on to a metric that Cardano actually really shines in, and that is decentralization. Cardano is second to Ethereum with the amount of nodes it has on its blockchain. Now these numbers are a little bit outdated, but it shows 3,000 plus nodes, and still to this day in 2024, I still believe Cardano is in second place. Another good metric is the amount of block producers a protocol has. So at the moment in Cardano, there are around 2,862 staking pools. Staking pools, you can just consider them as validators. In Cardano, you can either make your own staking pool or delegate your coins to someone else to secure the network and be part of staking. And every epoch out of that 2,800 staking pools, around 1,000 are producing blocks. This is very, very good. This proves to me Cardano is very decentralized. Another good metric is the amount of individual wallets taking part in proof of stake, and it is incredibly high on Cardano. There are around 1,300,000 individual wallets that have either created their own pool or are delegating their Cardano to another staking pool. And if we do compare that to Ethereum, there is an insane difference. I mean, Cardano is flat out absolutely destroying Ethereum in this metric. Now, you may not know this, but many people who do run validators on blockchain networks actually don't run it on their own computer. They take a shortcut and use a web service provider like Amazon Web Services. So it's also important to measure the active validator node on hosting websites. So on Cardano, you can see it is still one of the most decentralized networks out there when it comes to this metric. Avalanche, for example, is very, very bad. About 41% of their nodes are being ran on Amazon Web Services, whereas for Cardano, it is about 16% on Amazon Web Services, 17% on OVH Cloud, and those two are the biggest. Another key metric is active stake hosting distribution. This is the amount of stake on validators on each major web service provider. Now, at the moment, for each proof of stake network to work fine in general, someone can't have more than 33%. So if we take a look at Cardano, we can see it takes about 2 providers to get above 33% stake, which sounds bad, but honestly, when you compare it to the competition, Cardano is still a top blockchain when it comes to decentralization in this metric. The worst offender on this list is Avalanche. Avalanche definitely has to do something about this. About 70% of all of their stake is just sitting on top of Amazon Web Services. So if AWS decided, hey, we don't like Avalanche, let's attack it, they will have access and they can technically just control 70% of the stake of Avalanche. Now, in general, it's pretty hard to measure true decentralization, as there's many ways you can look at decentralization and many metrics to talk about, but in general, I would probably put Cardano second to Ethereum in terms of decentralization when it comes to all of the layer 1 smart contract platforms, which is very good. The last very important metric to take a look at is just how healthy the Cardano ecosystem is. And if I do scroll down, we can see Cardano does have all the major building block DeFi applications. We have a top DEX, we have a top stablecoin, we have a top lending protocol. And not only that, if we do check out the actual TVL in US dollars, we can see as the bull market has started, this has started to grow pretty rapidly. We are sitting close to all-time highs. But the issue here is that we did start a bull market and every other platform is also growing, and also 400 million US dollars for total value locked. It sounds like a lot, but it is actually laughably low. If we do check out how big Cardano is in terms of market cap, it is huge. We have Ethereum, we have Solana, Binance Smart Chain, and then we have Cardano. Cardano is the 4th largest smart contract platform on the market. But when we actually take a look at how big their ecosystem is in terms of total value locked, we need to keep going down, it is number 16. Third tier layer 2s like Starknet that recently just came out with a token are already approaching Cardano in terms of total value locked. Cardano is getting beat out by Pulse Chain, getting beat out by Sui, basically all the new gen smart contract platforms coming out. Second tier layer 2s like I'd regard Base are already way above it. This is basically double Cardano's total value locked. Optimism basically double. The top layer 2 on Ethereum is almost 10x. And that's not even mentioning all the other layer 1 smart contract platforms that are around Cardano in terms of market cap. I mean, Solana, Binance Smart Chain, they're all just completely destroying Cardano. And this is pretty worrying because once again, Cardano is up here at, number 9th with 23 billion US dollars on its platform, but it is getting beat out by coins like Aptos, coins like Arbitrum at 53, coins like Optimism at 40, that are all way down here in terms of market cap. Many of you won't like this, but from what I've seen this cycle, the big use case for crypto will be in meme coins. I mean, just take a look at Solana. Solana is behind all of these new gen meme coins launching, and we also have a bunch launching on layer 2s like Base, etc. But there doesn't really exist a meme coin ecosystem on Cardano. I mean, is Cardano even on this list latest in Deck Screener? Are there even any meme coins? Are there even any new users or retail that are joining Cardano as we enter a bull market? So final thoughts, do I believe Cardano will stay in the top 10? Could it be a big winner? Am I betting on it? Well, honestly, if I'm really honest, I don't think that's the case. I think there's a decent chance Cardano actually drops below the top 10. And my reasoning for this is this. We've already seen a bit of retail flooding into crypto, which was very, very nice. But where did all of that money and those new users go to? Did they go to Cardano, a super unscalable, slow chain, or did they all go to the other chains that are very scalable and that have instant transactions and a nice user experience? Well, we saw a bunch of them go onto Solana. There's probably a bit on Binance Smart Chain and all of these Ethereum layer 2s. They haven't really touched Cardano. So as Bitcoin breaks all-time highs and retail is starting to flood in, if retail is not touching Cardano right now, what makes you think retail and new users 6 months, a year from now will be touching Cardano? I think compared to its competitors, there'll not really be much action on Cardano, which is why I don't think it has a good chance of remaining in the top 10, and it could possibly drop out. Now, once again, long term, Cardano is set to fully take care of its scaling issues, which is the root of its problem. The reason Cardano is not attracting users is because their chain is slower and just simply not scalable. But yeah, if Hydra does come out hopefully soon, it could fix a lot of those issues, and in my opinion, it could revive the Cardano project. Cardano fundamentally is incredibly decentralized. I absolutely love that for a long-term project, but for this coming bull market, if it does happen in the next few months or the next year, unfortunately for now, I do think Cardano could be getting outcompeted, and all these other layer ones that do offer a better user experience could steal all of the new users. Thank you for watching though. If you do appreciate my honest reviews on altcoins, make sure you do like and subscribe, the bell notification turned on. Also remember that none of this is financial advice. I'm simply just sharing my opinion. So take a look at this video, consider it as educational to help you go out and do your own research so you can come to your own conclusions. This video is not financial advice. Read disclaimers on the screen.